But hold on, with the Omicron, it's not 100 people who get sick, but 200 people get sick. So then you still have the 10 people. It's not that the percentages are up with the Omicron, they're down when you look at hospital, but there are more people, and that's why there are also more people going to the hospital.
So are you saying Delta is more infectious?
They're thinking about it as a flu right now. Well, almost as a flu.
Well, that's how I think about it.
The best thing we could have got the Omicron. The problem only is, what's next?
I think we transition into the point where we treat it the same as a flu, like you said. We have annual flu shots. We'll have annual COVID shots, and I think there is going to be a certain group of the population that is more susceptible to dying from COVID, the same way that there is a group of people who are more susceptible that are dying to the flu. And I just this is my thing about the whole COVID thing, is that there is a big misrepresentation of the data of writing down someone who has diabetes, sepsis, and cardiovascular disease as someone dying of COVID and presenting that to the media. I think that's fear mongering, and I think that's scaring people and manipulating them into getting these vaccines that aren't as effective anymore anyway.
Yeah, but the vaccine is very important to prevent it. But they are bringing it wrong. They're doing it differently here, because they explain that you have a lot of deaths in the elderly homes, right?
Yes. In America, it's actually 50% of people who died with COVID are over the age of 75.
Exactly. We got similar numbers. But the people that have bad lungs or bad hearts, they wouldn't have died yet, they think, if they didn't got COVID. But they're thinking. They're not saying with a certainty. So they're pushing it with the COVID, and it's a COVID number because they got COVID, and then, well, everything went astray in the body and they died.
Well, I think that would happen with the flu. Let's say all of those.
The flu already has the flu has many deaths too in elderly homes, but they tell us. So they say these people die because of the flu, but they had heart disease or diabetes or what. So it's still a flu number. But they explain
I don't think they're counting
than
those.
with you.
I don't think they would count. I don't think they count those in the flu numbers. I think they only count the people who die solely from the flu with no other pre-existing conditions. So, like, for example,
explain it with us.
Yeah, for example,
tell us it's not only the flu. They got the flu, the body couldn't handle it, and the heart couldn't.
I got you.
So,
like, for example, let's say there was an elderly person. They had diabetes, and they got the flu, and they died. Are they going to count that as a flu death the same way they would like during COVID?
Yeah. But they are gonna say in the data, the flu is the upset to the death, but he had also diabetes.
I think that's a
But he didn't die of diabetes.
I think you should get both numbers.
Yeah, but that's what they explain with us.
Oh, in America they don't do that. They just say on TV 843 people have died from COVID, and they say from COVID, not 843,000 people died, while having COVID with other diseases.
Yeah, but they are saying other diseases. Because COVID itself, you need other underlying problems.
Oh, what's that?
You can die of COVID in the lungs when you get the COVID lungs. But most people die of other diseases because the body wasn't strong enough because of the other diseases.
And
but
so
you don't know if they would have died also if they didn't get COVID.
So what about people with no pre-existing conditions? Getting COVID should just be pretty much fine.
But
no, you can die of the long COVID. You can
that vegetative smells crazy.
The recovery rate for COVID is 99.
At risk when you have underlying problems. And you can see that in numbers. You can see that with us.
These beds would have been small as hell.
That's why the people that are
No, this
older,
shit's dried.
who have more chance
Like-
of an underlying disease.
Like it's shrunk in size already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The
That shit is
recovery
so
rate
ugly.
for
Like, it's just
COVID
not, just the
is
fact that it's just leafy and airy
about
and
99% plus.
Mmm.
And I
So you
think a
think it's
large
gonna go
part
from
of that
dry,
data
airy,
is older
and then
people
crispy and dry?
and people with pre-existing
shit.
conditions.
This
I
is
don't
already
think a
airy. What
healthy
you talking about?
23-year-old.
You know what I'm saying? So like this is what
Like your
this is
average
before it
healthy
gets dry as
23-year-old.
fuck when we put it in the jars. Is what I'm saying, right?
Really?
There are very, very small
It's airy like
numbers
this?
than
This shit's
of
not
course,
going in
the
the jar.
elderly with.
You know what I'm saying? Like they say if we were to like cure whatever,
But I seen it with my
it'd be
friends.
like
They
that.
are old
yeah,
enough
it'd be
to
airy as
drive,
fuck and then it'd be dry as fuck.
And then I
Yeah.
have friends
But like the
who,
airiness, I'm saying is the
work
airiness
out and are healthy.
causing the
Well, I
dryness.
feel like you guys
Is the
would be
airiness
more
like related to the dryness
susceptible
or no?
being, a bit older in the
Yeah, not
40s.
necessarily. Like, there are naturally airy buds, like
Are very,
them
much
sativas,
problem.
like that plants that grow like sativas, like they're like
So
the true
they
ones,
have
like they really grow
problem,
airy.
with the condition for the lungs.
Like
but they
the
also
thing
have
about the
problem
effects
with
is amazing.
They're more tired.
People like love the effects, but
And it just can
a lot of
fuck you up,
consumers
but
they like to
we
base it off
also
of
had
looks.
that here,
Like
with
the
people
flavors of like certain
are
sativas are really
25.
good.
Mm-hmm.
and they were healthy.
Well, that's what I've heard. But
You don't know
just
exactly
people just-
how much at risk you are.
you don't like the look of
But
it. Like, you know what I'm
looking at the
saying?
statistics,
Yeah.
Most
well, I'll just
polyhybrids,
speak for
they like the
America.
look of them because
Hold
they're
on.
like
Vinny, mute your mic
compact
real
and
quick.
frosty.
Okay, my bad.
Oh, yeah, my bad. But no, in America,
My fault.
these
No,
are
you good, you
the
good, you
stats
good.
given to us by the CDC. I'm actually looking at a chart right now, and we have total
Yeah, just-
people who have died with COVID, and this is taken into
Funny,
account
you think there'd be
people
season
having
this shit.
other diseases and other pre-existing
none.
conditions.
They're like no season.
The amount of
That's what I'm
people
saying.
who
Like that
died
pollen
from
was just
AIDS
probably like
is
it just threw it out there.
0
Threw it out
to
there. It was not
34
like it was like a non-viable pollen.
about 11,000.
Non-viable. Like you ain't shit.
11,000
I
out
don't
of
see any season in
840.
that strain.
Very
No,
low.
no, any of the plants.
Very,
so
very,
Very,
very
very
low.
low.
that shit threw nuts just
The
through
higher
nuts.
it is, I'm sure of it.
Okay,
But we
yeah.
only have like
So I really feel
30,000
like it
deaths.
was-
But yeah, we also
Yeah.
only have 70 million people. So,
Yeah, we have about 300 million in America.
yeah.
But
But I get what you're saying because you're saying there are less risks
Yeah, I'm just gonna
for
put in
people
I'm putting
that
in the pot
are
right
younger,
there.
and that's true. But the problem is that they don't
You see what
have
happens?
statistics enough
I
for
really
people
want to see
who
what's
still have
underneath
the
that
problem.
banana ruts.
Right.
That's something I'm missing
I'm just so
in
interested. Just
the discussions right
And,
now.
and we don't
I'm like,
actually
I'm
we don't even have this
once I get all
information
rice, I'm
for
gonna put
people
that
who get the
in
vaccine
whatever it is
because
in
there
there.
may be long-term side effects to contracting COVID in general,
just a wide ass plant.
and especially contracting in the lab-created COVID that's put into the vaccine. So I think
Yeah, but no. You can't contract COVID from the vaccine. That's not true.
so when
You're
you when
missing
you
a lot of puzzle pieces from the real COVID in the vaccine to get COVID.
Well,
That's really not true.
So if I were to get the vaccine, quarantine myself for 12 days, my infection isn't coming from what was injected into me. Like, what if my body couldn't
No.
fight off the amount that they put into my body?
Unless you're really allergic to one of the antibodies, and that's a very, very small percentage, it's not possible what you're saying.
Okay. Well, even still, there are people who get the vaccine and contract COVID. The symptoms are supposed to be lessened. But I think the biggest part about why the vaccine was being promoted was to quote unquote stop the spread of the
Spread
virus.
and not getting so much severe symptoms that you get into the hospital, because the health with us, we were just in a very strong lockdown. And the only reason we were in lockdown because there were too many people in the hospital.
Right.
So they didn't want more, so they did a lockdown to prevent people get more infected and more
From
infected
transmitting.
means more. Yeah.
Do you know what percentage of your country is vaccinated?
We are right now, if you talk about the normal vaccine, just the first round.
Well, fully
around
vaccinated.
85%. Yeah, fully vaccinated 85%, and boosters we are at 50% or something.
I feel like that's a
50%?
really high number to have spikes.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Oh, you guys.
Hold
you guys
on.
are still having COVID.
I'm
spikes,
sorry,
right?
Nick. You said
Oh,
50% of the Netherlands is vaccinated.
Well, you said
No,
85% have
85%
gotten.
is normal vaccinated, and I think around 50%
I got the
also
booster.
got a booster.
Crazy. That's high as
And-
hell.
And I don't know. It's just crazy to me how there's still that much spread, despite 85% of the population being vaccinated.
Yeah, but that's because, first of all, when you have the first round, the antibodies go down. So the less antibodies, the less you can fight COVID when it comes in the body. It's just a natural thing about this virus. When you got the chickenpox or something, the antibodies stay in your body, and you have a remembrance antibody, and it stays in there.
Correct.
But with the virus, this virus is different than all the other viruses you get vaccines for. Because
Because it
it
spreads so
changes
much.
more, and it just works differently. I'm not a scientist, so I can't tell you exactly why, but it just works differently.
Neither am I. I just go off of. I try not to just go off of my own experiences. I just go off reading the data and
Yeah.
what's reported.
Well,
By
I
experts.
worked at a pharmaceutical company, a very small one, a startup against sepsis. So I have people in hospitals, in the ICUs, doctors, scientists. So they try to explain it to me because I'm very curious about it and I want to know how it works. And that's why I know these things, because I ask the same questions. We need to ask the same questions. We have a right to the questions. And the answers.
Exactly. And some of the questions don't get answered
With us,
because they don't have the answers.
yeah, but with us they also tell us they don't have answers yet. And I have a feeling that in America they are less transparent than with us.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
So that's
sure.
why
For
you
sure, for
have
sure.
a feeling they're pushing these vaccines and maybe they make money off it. And with us,
Well, I mean, they do make money.
of course, but not as much as you think.
I mean,
Not like the other medicines. They can't, because if they make too much money of it, the government is gonna take the patent and they're gonna make it themselves.
wait, say that again?
Pharmaceuticals are the patents for the vaccines.
Oh, patent.
The government can take that in a crisis. So if their prices are too high, the pharmaceuticals.
Well, I think the government is working with the pharmaceutical companies. I think the government has some sort of benefit to allowing certain companies to be the face of the vaccine, like Pfizer and Moderna.
Why?
Let's say I
What's
invest
the
in.
benefit?
Let's say I'm a government official and I invest a lot of money into
Oh, like that.
Pfizer, right? And then Pfizer comes to me saying, "Hey, Mr. Government, we would like you to use our vaccine. I don't want you guys to use anyone else's vaccine." Because I'm invested in that company, I'm going to say, yes, this is the vaccine that we are going to get FDA approved and put into our schools, into our companies. This is the one we're going to mandate. And because I'm invested in that company, I have a vested interest to do whatever that company wants.
What about all the other governments in the world?
Well, I don't know. I can't speak on that. All I can speak on is America, and I don't know if does Pfizer provides to the entire globe, right?
Yeah, they're one of the 10 vaccines out there right now.
And most of the vaccines are free in other countries.
Yeah.
So
they're all
I'm pretty
free.
sure those. Yeah, I'm pretty sure those government. Yeah, they're all free. So I'm pretty sure those governments are paying Pfizer money as well.
Of course,
Let's
to
see.
buy the vaccine. That's true.
So let's see. Because I looked this up the other day. Based on company financial statements, the alliance estimates. So Pfizer, BioNTech, and Moderna will make pre-tax profits of $34 billion this year between them, which work out as over $1,000 a second.
Damn.
$93.5 million a day.
God
Yeah, but
damn.
yeah, but Yeah, but do you see how much vaccines they sold?
Hey, I'm
Because
pretty sure
do
between
they- do they-
boosters,
Do they tell you
vaccine-
how much the vaccine costs in there, in America?
No, we don't. We don't know how much a vaccine costs. We
No.
don't. We don't know how much money they're getting for each vaccine or each
Because
booster.
they do it us.
Really?
Yeah, we
The
don't know.
vaccine and from Pfizer is like €7.
Okay.
Or 12 euros. And when they make a deal, they do it on European alignment. How do you say it? They were the European countries that are in the EU. They buy it through the EU, and then it gets spread to the people who are in the union of the EU. That's how we do it
The
in Europe.
European. Okay, the European. Union,
Because
okay.
you buy more, you can get a better price.
Right, you buy in bulk.
Yeah, exactly. And so every contract they make, they have to disclosure. So we can see that in the beginning it was like €8, and now it's like €11.
Wow.
They tell us.
Yeah.
And
Well, but
I
even
can
still.
see that the billions is a lot of money, but they also sold about 1 billion vaccines. You know?
Yeah, and they're just going to keep. They're going to keep making these vaccines because the virus is just going to keep mutating.
Yeah.
And they're just
But
going
there
to
are
keep
also
milking money.
other people or other companies making these vaccines.
Oh yeah, Johnson and Johnson, Pfizer, Moderna.
Yeah, but also the smaller ones, because I actually was in a trial for a vaccine. It didn't make it, but
Whoa,
have-
you're a
You're
brave
in?
man.
no, but
A
that was the
smaller
only thing I
company?
could do in this crisis.
Okay, so you.
The efficacy was below 50%. So I took a shot of Janssen. I don't know how it's called in
Johnson
America.
and Johnson.
Yeah, no, you have another one. It's called the one-shot vaccine. I took that after I got the two vaccines from the trials, just to be sure that I was protected. So I actually had 4 shots already.
So you are getting all the vaccines.
Yeah, but my health isn't that good. I also take a flu shot.
Okay.
So, but I got sick from every fucking vaccine.
Damn.
Really?
Yeah.
Were you getting sick from the vaccine or were you getting
Yeah,
sick from the
100%.
virus?
No, 100%, because I'm very, very careful. And I got sick within 12 hours after the vaccine.
12 hours?
Well, I mean, and I think that's why a lot of people are like cautious and concerned about getting the vaccine because there's a lot of people who could be like you.
Yeah, but it also says something else. Because if you already get sick of a vaccine, I don't want to fucking know how the virus reacts on my body. I will be hospitalized.
That's what she's saying.
Hmm.
I see what she's saying.
Yeah,
Because you
I-
only
I-
get
that's
a small
all
amount
it's
in your body of the
yeah.
antibodies. And if you already react on a small amount of antibodies, yeah, what do you think happens when
it's
the
kinda-
virus
it's-
goes in?
It's kind of like Schrodinger's cat, bro, because you can't say what would happen if you did get it and if you didn't
No,
get
I
it.
know. I know I'm gonna be sick. My immune system isn't that good. That's why it's reacting to the vaccine.
And I think people who are more susceptible to getting sick should definitely get the vaccine, especially if you feel it's for your personal safety. But I don't think
Exactly,
trying to
that's why
push
I
it
took
onto everybody, especially when it's a matter of personal safety.
Yeah, it's just like getting the chickenpox when you got the vaccine when you were little. And that's how we're gonna treat it in the future.
Well, the chickenpox you can only get it. The chickenpox doesn't mutate as fast as COVID.
No, and that's the whole problem with this whole crisis. When they got up with one, we get another.
Right.
So what to do? Are we going into lockdowns every year?
Lockdowns every year. We get a new shot every month.
Yeah, and that's not what our government wants. So
No,
they are
I don't think
struggling
anybody
asking
wants
us, what do you want? Because we got a severe lockdown, but people see that the hospitals don't go up as much. So now they're saying, well, we want the restaurants open, we want the bars open, we want this and this open. And we let the government know, and I think on Tuesday we have another press conference. They're gonna open it because we asked for it. When the schools got shut down here in the beginning of the pandemic, we saw so many problems with the children that the society said, yes, we can't do that anymore. And then the government just listened. And if they don't listen, they explain to us in press conference why they're not doing it. So there's very much transparency here, and they're asking what this is what we do, and how do you think about it? They have whole panels with just normal people like you and me, and they get asked the questions you have that they can ask to the government, and so the government can give the answers back in press conferences. But also, what do you think about all the things we're doing against it?
Me personally, like what are the measures that we're taking?
Yeah, exactly. That was the word I was looking for. Yeah. And we're saying now as a society, we don't want this lockdown. We want open.
Right, and I think.
And we're gonna go open.
People are ready at this point. People are ready to bite the bullet, and just go ahead and go towards the route of herd immunity.
But that was our goal from the start. That's why they asked us to do the vaccines.
I don't. Gotta go take care of it.
Yeah.
Hey,
All right. Thank you.
Bye, Tia.
It's freaking 2:53 p.m. But yeah, the measures we've been taking, I think we're heading towards herd immunity, and I also think.
And then hope and pray there's not some variant that squash it.
Well, I mean, we're gonna probably get variants here and there, but I think they're just gonna keep getting weaker because every variant, from my understanding, is weaker than the last. Yeah,
but also getting smarter.
I think,
so
yeah, I think it'll affect
3
more
to 5
people.
days until it works, and it can affect you. It's now on day 1 it can already infect other people.
Yeah, I think it'll infect more people. But I think it'll be less, quote unquote, lethal. Because in America, if you go by people solely dying from contracting COVID and on their death certificate, the only cause of death was COVID, it's a very small number.
It's going down, and also the people with the underlying diseases, that's going down too.
In America, and this is from the CDC in America, for deaths like with conditions, other pre-existing conditions, on average there are 4 additional conditions or causes per death. So on your death certificate, in addition to COVID, you have 4 other things on your death certificate.
Yeah. But they're also the people we need to protect a little. And
yeah, those people, those are the people I think need the vaccines.
Yeah. Things changed when we got the vaccine. Only then we got the Delta, and then we got the Omicron, and that's not something the government thought it would be like. They didn't expect to be the virus this much.
Interesting.
And they also saying they made a mistake with us.
Because they knew the virus was similar to influenza, and influenza mutates every year. That's why we get yearly flu shots. And
yeah, but the difference is a lot of people already had the influenza. So they were better protected, and we weren't protected against this virus.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Nobody
had COVID
from the
before.
beginning of the pandemic. And now things are going to change because we have the vaccines, because people got infected.
People got infected. People are building up their own
so the
antibodies.
discussion is different in our country now.
I think we're in a good place. But I also think they should stop the narrative of the vaccine just straight up stopping the virus. It's stopping transmission.
It's not a cure. It can't stop the virus.
Well, that's what a lot of people think.
It can slow it down and help you get severe symptoms and get into a hospital.
We still talking about COVID in this motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
But we're having a very good conversation.
I think we finished.
Yeah, but we have a really good conversation.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's not bad to ask questions. But
Not
I
at
do
all,
get
not
that
at all.
in your government there is way more
Distrust.
distrust against it. And they're not communicating very transparent like with us. And
Yeah,
it
it sound like
just
they telling y'all everything. They got y'all in the lab.
They got y'all literally in the lab working with him.
With 'em.
yeah, but we got people from you have like a COVID council that advise the government, right? And these people who are in the council are also in talk shows. And then people like you and me can be just ask them questions. Why is this? Why does it work like that? We have complete transparency from the council and the government. And we do have conspiracy people here in Holland too. Don't get me started about that. With the chips and the vaccines and that kind of stuff.
Okay, yeah, that's a whole that's too much. That whole chip shit is stupid.
Yeah, they're everywhere. They're telling us what they know, and they're also admitting we just don't know. And I think that's the difference with your government. Just it's about having a conversation just like you and me are having right now, and we can have that with people
we don't
of the
have
government.
that.
We don't have those over here.
They only pushing the vaccine, and then you get a really bad feeling about it. And I get that.
They're just pushing with no information behind it, no
Yeah,
no
and
data.
I get you get a bad feeling and a lot of questions about it. They're fucking up themselves.
It just makes it hard to trust the government, honestly.
Yeah,
but
they're
it
not
was
telling us
only-
how many people die from, who
Yeah.
die from getting the vaccine. They don't release those numbers. They don't tell us how many people
They do
get
with
sick.
us. And not only do they release it, they also tell us when a new side effect comes in play.
Yeah, they don't tell us the percentage of side effects showing up. We just
No,
sound
they
in
have
the dark.
they have to publish it every month with us, those numbers. It's just with us that's normal. There's a different companies, piece of the government that is independent of the government. It's paid by the government, of course, but is independent of the government.
Independent, but they get paid by the government.
Yeah, they're transparent about it too, but they should be independent, and they get all the side effects, and they get all the numbers about the side effects from the hospitals or from people who call in the line or tell on the internet that they had. You can, how do you say it? You can tell that piece of the government that you had these side effects, and everything gets registered. And those numbers are there for us every month, so you can also see the risk.
Well, shoot, I'm moving wherever you at, bro. Yeah, we pulling up.
And they got good health care. And they got good health care, right, Nikki?
Next year, bro. Next year, we
Exactly.
going.
It's like, isn't healthcare like free over there?
I know you guys also like the fact that we have good weed.
Oh yes, you do. Yes, sir. Nikki knows me too well.
Hey, really love that.
Yeah, honestly, bro.
Lit.
So how is everybody doing without the COVID?
I mean, I'm doing pretty good, man.
Straight.
I got my sickness. I got over it. Goddamn, just trying to move forward in life, bro.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah.
If you wake up every morning, you're doing something right.
Yeah.
It's that
You're
simple.
doing something right.
Hey,
It's that simple.
he said, "Yeah, you ain't died, bro. You made it."
Yeah. So you're doing something right. Let's be honest.
Life's so hard, man.
It can be hard, but you can also make it harder in your head than it really is.
And that is the struggle that I feel like I'm going through.
Yeah, bro, because
It's
it's like
overthinking
it's like,
shit.
I wanna live this kind of life, but shoot, bro, getting there is so difficult.
It is. There's no real exact blueprint.
Yeah, it's not just like, you know how you can let's say you want to get straight A's in school. You know how to get straight A's in school. There's a system to it. You do your homework, you study,
Yeah.
XYZ. But like in life, ain't no do your homework, study. Like there's luck involved. There's,
Networking.
networking. The fact that people might not like you.
Oh,
There's
gatekeeping.
discrimination. there's a lot of factors. Nobody can discriminate against your grades, bro. If you work good, you work good.
That's true. But it's also like you can stare too much at your goals and don't realize how good you have it on the way.
Oh yeah.
That's like appreciating how far you've come type stuff.
I definitely always
Yeah, just
appreciate
appreciate it in general.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I always appreciate where I am. Like I got somewhere to sleep. I can eat every day.
But well, I don't know if you know this, but I'm 43, so I know a little bit about growing up. When you're in your 20s, you're just searching for all kind of things. What do you like? What don't you like? The relationship, and it's just so many things. And when you get older, you can see things more clearly.
Oh, for sure. I feel
Just
like
don't stare too much at the searching party. Just enjoy it.
as I get older, I sometimes think about my future. I'm like, hey, you know, when I do turn 65, will I have enough money to retire? When I am I gonna have kids?
Have like we have. That's also a good thing to move to the Netherlands.
What?
You have the the 40k something like that, or the
401k.
401k.
Yeah.
That's the one. We have to give a piece of our salary every month when you're over 25 to the pension companies to get your pension already on, and that's mandatory. And
I think we have that here.
it's mandatory, and you're
Wait, mandatory? Nah, it's not
For
mandatory.
pension, I don't know about pension, but I know Social Security.
Right.
no. The Social Security we also have, but just for the pension, and the employer has to pay a piece of it too. So
Well, shoot, y'all be looking out for the old folks, man.
Yeah, we
I don't
do.
give a fuck
And we
about
have a
old
good
people
social
here.
system. But we also have many less people than in America, so it's easier
Easier to manage.
Yeah. But we got a pension from the company, from the government, and we got our own pension. If you work, if you don't work, then it's differently. But if you work, you have to save up for your pension.
Is that for any job or only like certain jobs?
Every job that has an employer. So if you work for yourself, that's a different setting.
And what if you don't keep the same job for like your whole life? How does that
Yeah,
work?
but it goes into the pension company that belongs to that certain branch, and then when you move, it moves with you.
Oh,
That's hard.
On the person, it is a personal bag of money.
that's
Like
fine.
over here, you do that, bro. You kind of get stuck with a career, bro. Like you become a teacher,
Yeah.
and like you get too deep into it, you gonna be a teacher for the rest of your life.
I guess I was
It's not
thinking.
up with us.
Okay, that's fine. That's nice.
Telling you, bro, we gotta go.
That's true. I gotta go overseas.
We gotta go.
But then they
Well,
have.
I do think that we have also got problems where
Well,
we
every
discussed
nation,
this
yeah.
Bobman. But I
True.
think the social system is and the health care is good enough.
Definitely
We have
good.
issues with it. I'm gonna admit it, and we have the racism and all that kind of shit.
Oh damn.
But I
He said, "Dang it! I thought I could escape."
But I think overall we're doing quite a good job here in the Netherlands, and I'm very lucky to be here.
That's good.
I realize that.
Yeah, I heard the Netherlands is a very not a rich country, but wealthy.
Yeah. It
'Cause,
is.
you guys, am I thinking the Netherlands? You guys have oil, right?
No, we don't have oil. We have gas.
No. Okay, I'm thinking of somewhere else. It was another European.
No, oil
country.
is are the Russians.
Mm.
Yeah, Russia and what country that used to be a part of Denmark? Hold on.
Sweden.
Sweden? I think it might be Sweden.
If you go up north and you go more to the North Pole, there's more oil in the.
Yeah,
That's true.
I think Sweden is one of the countries who has oil going on.
Yeah. But in Sweden, the social security is insane. They have
They love the old
free
people.
schools, and they have it better than us.
They have it better than us.
Yeah, in some pieces they really have it better than us. We have to pay for school. Well, the
Like
higher
college and stuff.
education.
Higher
Yeah, the
education.
college.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Some places don't. Some places don't. I think the French don't have to pay for their higher education. I think so.
Bro, not having
Yeah.
to pay for higher education.
I thought they fought today.
You mean I can become a doctor for
For free.
free?
Yeah.
In Sweden,
All I
you
gotta
can.
do is put in the work?
Yeah,
No.
that's why they have
way.
a high level of people there.
No
How do you say that?
way,
High
that's crazy.
level of education amount of people. Am I saying this right?
Yeah, high education level.
The level there is very high on the smart people because they can learn for free.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, if I could become like a lawyer for free, I'd be doing that shit. But it's just so much of an investment.
Yeah, it is.
And for you to commit to something like that at 18, commit to, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt, and you don't even know anything about life yet. You don't know how you're gonna want to interact in life, what you want to do in life. But you need to commit to being a lawyer early.
Yeah, that's why I didn't do the higher education in the normal form. I didn't know what I wanted to be.
Shit, crazy, bro.
What did you have to do to get to that level of like understanding where you wanted to be? Did you just have to do a bunch of? I always think it's like about just getting out there and experiencing a whole lot of different things, and then you kind of like gauge, okay, what I don't like and what I do like, and you able to like
Yeah.
assess, okay, this is what I want to do. You know?
It's more about that you're discovering what you don't want to do.
Yeah. Like what I don't like. At the end of the day.
Exactly, and what you don't want to do. Because I did the whole cleaning when I just was 18. I'm never ever gonna do that shit again.
Cleaning? What you mean?
So
You
much
said
respect
cleaning?
for people. Yeah, cleaning. I did cleaning in houses and cleaning in houses on vacation
Oh,
villages,
no.
right? Nah, after 3 days I quit.
After 3 days.
So fucking gross. I have so much respect for cleaning personnel.
They don't get paid enough, bro.
No, they don't. They really, really don't. But I got so many respect for the people like that. And that's how you discover what you don't want.
They need to raise them prices.
They raised their prices.
Yeah, that's totally true. But it's seen as a low-paying job and a low-thinking job.
Low skill job, yeah.
Yeah, a low-skill job. But it isn't.
Shoot, bro,
No.
that's a high willpower job. That's what that is.
Yeah, it is. And it should be treated much, much better and with much more respect. In the office I worked, we always did Christmas bonuses for the cleaners. Because they did a good job, and we knew the team. We were working at a small company, so the team knew they had respect for the cleaners, and the cleaners were very surprised that we did that, and that we just say just the simple thank you. That's not normal for people like that. It's sad,
Saying
but
thank
it's
you?
not normal. Yeah, just saying thank you and giving a Christmas bonus,
Oh yeah, y'all.
buying them a
they
present
different.
and things.
They different, bro. Shoot, people are disrespectful over here, especially up north. I don't
Yeah,
think the
here
word
too.
"thank you" exists up north.
I feel like it's the environment, bro. The environment just got them fucked up, bro.
Bro, that environment is crazy. Like it's too fast. Like down here, it's so slow. You got time to appreciate.
But why up north? How do you mean that?
Up north
Where
is
up north?
like we're talking like place where I am, like Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit
New York.
people are just hard bodied, bro. Hard bodied.
It's a hard body. Oh
Like
god.
New York, Detroit, maybe like Philadelphia, Chicago.
Oh, definitely Chicago. Oh my gosh. Oh,
So they don't
man.
appreciate things there. They don't appreciate people.
People are a little more straight to the point.
Yeah, but that's not a problem. I'm straight to the point too. But
Like
that doesn't mean
cutthroat.
I can say thank you.
Yeah. They're a little more cutthroat.
Okay.
How?
Well, you can just change it by doing it yourself. And give
Oh
them
no,
a
I
little
don't live up there.
Okay.
I'm in the south.
You're in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Shoot, some people think you soft for saying thank you.
No.
Which is a dumb mentality.
That is
Some
true.
people think
Very
you
dumb
soft for
mentality.
smiling, for
Like, why are you always happy?
for being friendly.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah, bro. My people need help, man.
People need help.
No, but if you say thank you to somebody else, it means you respect somebody else, which also means you're probably gonna respect yourself. It's a good thing, not a bad thing.
I wish they thought about it like that.
Well, tell them.
Ah.
Someone
Hey,
has
Diddy,
to start.
go ahead, tell them, bro. You can educate them motherfuckers.
On God, I'm gonna let them know, bro. I'm up
Because-
here, bro. I'm like, yo,
No,
y'all
no.
On
tripping.
his stream, we're having well, from weird conversations to very deep conversations, right, Boba?
Yeah, at the end of the day, you're gonna get a wide spectrum if you come on this shit. If you come on my stream, you're gonna get a lot
Damn,
of
they beat my ass.
Very wide.
very wide spectrum.
You gonna make some food, man. I'm starving.
Hey yo, Rob, before
Yeah, the
you
internet is where all nice people come. I
before you
swear.
go, I need to check this shit out real quick. Just I don't know. I think I've done too much. I don't know.
I barely meet them in real life anymore.
Who you meet in real life?
I mean, a lot of people just bitter.
Look at it, Rob. Look at it, Rob.
That's cool.
You straight? You straight? I don't need to do no more shit. I feel like.
There you go.
All right, cool.